Well, Coach, while much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff, no such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
We own them.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Tight dog. He's checking. Hey! Quick dash. Come. Shit. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Alert.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready. Check safety. Check nine.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Check 25. Check. Hey!
After the run, Newton going to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. That one goes for 24 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Tighten up. Kill. He's coming.
On first down, Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
We gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hard. Mike's 50. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
Throwing on second down. Rosen. It's complete to Drake. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. It's complete to Grant. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown. Miami. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Down. 30 base. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Check 24. Check 24. Now. Get it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
He'll drop to throw. Gets this one to Morris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Kill. 36, 30. Quarter. 15. Check 15. Check.
They'll run with Drake. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go one more. Check 26. Alert.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen running over the middle by Grant. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball,
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jarrell Casey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's 2nd down.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, 55, right there.
He'll look to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
one thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morris. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On 2nd down, this is Jackson, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, you got 3.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point safely through, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 25 yards that time. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
90 Wolf.
First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Anything moves, we hit it.
A Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He'll lift to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 13. Kill, kill, kill. Hey, alert, alert. Kill, kill, turn up. Watch the air.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Here's Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check 37, check 37. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 43.
They'll run on 1st down. Drake, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a 1st down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mike 50, huh? Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line. Quarterback.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of a half.
Yeah, now they're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
And Maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
They ain't moving the ball over.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3 down, 3 down.
Go.
52 by 52. All day.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Justin Jackson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Get ready. Under 10. Hard. 10. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, alert 3.
Monday.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 25-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch. Undercrush. Monday. Check the back.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Check out. Quarter. 6 guy. Check 6 guy. Check 3.
Right back to Drake. And an alley to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Rosen. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Drake. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, it's Hunt, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
That's it. 180.
Right there in the middle. 55. You got night.
Great.
Kill. Switch. 80 weapon.
What are you?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
You got tight.
Great. 20.
Watch twist.
What are you?
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Slam, slam, slam.
Second and 10. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll run on first down. Jackson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Let's go, D.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hey, high 7. Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Now Drake. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I got you. He's checking. Crash. Pick the edge. Go.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Interception.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll run with Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
At the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Greystone travel. Go on, go on.
2nd and 5. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Justin Jackson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will get them 1 closer. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Here's Rosen to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Monday. We got double up.
Buzz.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Mike's 50. You can't block me.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return will stop right around the 25. Parker unable to get that one. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking it. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Justin Jackson, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now on 1st down, Drake again. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
He's checking crack. Motion! Mark 55! Mark 55! It's our field.
Hug!
Field. Hey, it's our house. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Drake. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Running, it's Drake. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I'm here all day. Check. Lucky. Check 26. Motion. Hey, check right. Watch it. Hey, quarter. I got him. Mike, 55.
And they'll go on the ground. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the Steelers first down.
Ready, ready.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Right here, right here.
Yes, yes. Hey, Charlie.
55, come on.
Ready, ready.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Stay with your man.
Snap.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Back to throw now on second and 10. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
First down, Pittsburgh.
You ready?
52, right 52. You're trapped, you're trapped.
Get up.
He'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Let's go.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check. Watch the safety creep.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for James Washington. Incomplete. Darius Slay on the coverage.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.